everyone, it's Caitlin and welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can effectively grocery shop for a vegan diet, as well as offer you some budget-friendly and money-saving tips as well. I know that we all have our own habits and routines when we go to the grocery store, so when you're switching to a plant-based diet or trying to go vegan, it can seem kind of overwhelming at first, but with these easy-to-follow tips, you'll be walking down the aisles in confidence in no time. My first tip for you is to stick to the ends of the store. Now, if you're following a vegan diet, you are more than welcome to eat anything and everything that you want as long as it's vegan. However, I have found that I feel my best and save the most money when I stick to whole plant-based foods. Some of the cheapest foods out there in the grocery store are actually vegan. I'm talking bananas, rice, potatoes, beans, even tofu. And I'm not saying I don't buy fun vegan dairy products or meats or snacks from time to time, but I know that I save the most money and I feel my best when I stick to things that come straight from nature. As I said, I try to shop the ends of my grocery store, the first end being the beginning of the store, which is usually the produce section, and the last end being the frozen food section, which is usually where your frozen veggies and fruits are going to be. It may not be the exact end of your grocery store, but the metaphor just works better that way, okay guys? If I know I need to restock on some non-perishable staples like beans or rice or pasta sauce, I will stop in those aisles as well, but I usually always entirely skip the aisles of chips, cereal, candy, and other processed foods because if you can't see it, it's not going to tempt you. While these items are fun and can be delicious, they do add up fast, and before you know it, your grocery bill is going to be so much higher than you expected. Also, because I'm a foodie, I like to make a lot of my food from scratch anyways, so I just think it's more fun to buy the whole plant food and try to make it into something fun and interesting. Finally, if you're ever wondering if a specific item at the grocery store is vegan or not and you can't figure it out, I would really recommend checking out the free app called Is It Vegan? It works by using the barcode scanner on products, and it will tell you if they contain any items that may not be vegan or that are definitely not vegan. Another quick and easy tip to spot products that aren't vegan is to check the allergen information at the bottom of the ingredient list. If a product contains milk or eggs, it has to include it in a quote-unquote warning text at the bottom of the ingredient list, so you don't have to waste your time reading through all of those ingredients just to get to the last one that may be dairy or eggs. I always look for the allergen information first, and if it contains milk and eggs, I'll put it back on the shelf, but if it doesn't, I'll scan the ingredients one more time just to be safe and make sure the product actually is vegan. My next tip is to shop seasonally. There is a reason why berries are 5 times more expensive in the winter and tomatoes get pricier as the temperatures drop, while winter squash becomes cheaper. It's because it's what's in season, and if you want a fruit that's out of season, it's going to have to travel further to get to you, going to lose nutritional value in the process, and it's going to be more expensive, and frankly, it just doesn't taste as great either. Because of that, I like to stick to the seasonal produce, and I think it's fun to have my meals change with the seasons as the year goes on. Third, it's always important to compare prices when you go to the grocery store, or at least that's how my mom taught me. An easy way to do this is to compare the unit price or weight price for every item, as different items are packaged differently and may contain a different amount of product. Every item in the grocery store will have this weight on the price tag. It's either in the upper left or lower left corner of the price tag, so you can just check that to compare which item is actually the least expensive. For example, both of these products are selling the exact same thing, organic brown rice. However, the store brand is a little bit less expensive than the brand name product. Along those lines, you should always compare labels, but it generally is better to stick to the store brand of items versus paying a few extra dollars for a name brand, especially when you're buying standard things like beans or rice or canned tomatoes. It's probably essentially the same thing, and really you're just paying a few dollars more to have the familiar name attached to the package. Also, if you have a little bit of extra time, I would definitely suggest shopping around at different grocery stores as well. Now, I know some grocery stores are a little bit less expensive than other grocery stores, but to be honest, guys, I shop at a lot of grocery stores and I've never found a single store that has the lowest prices on every single item in all entirety with everything that you're looking for. That's why I like to shop around, and I'm not saying when you go to the grocery store you have to go to every single grocery store in your area every time you go grocery shopping, but just keep in mind what items are less expensive at one store and more expensive at another, and maybe that will determine what store you go to buy your groceries for that week. And if you don't know to start out, that's totally okay. You'll get this general knowledge and keep it in your head as time goes on and you continue to grocery shop more. For example, I like to go to my wholesale club to buy things like potatoes and organic leafy greens because I know that they are less expensive there. However, I like to go to a different grocery store to buy things like fruit or more seasonal produce. Also, don't forget that in this modern day and age, you can order a lot of non-perishable grocery items online, and I do this for most of my non-perishable products. I like to shop at websites such as Thrive Market, iHerb, and even Amazon to buy my grocery staples, and because these companies can buy larger quantities of that product, it's usually less expensive and it saves me time because it's delivered straight to my doorstep. I particularly like Thrive Market because all of their products are organic and their packaging facility is zero waste. My next money saving tip is to buy in bulk. It just really makes sense that if something is a staple in your diet and you're going to be eating a lot of it, to pay a higher upfront cost that's less expensive over the long run, and you're gonna have to go out and get that item a lot less. Usually when you buy items in larger quantities, it's going to be at a reduced price. I like to buy non-perishable items such as rice and beans in larger quantities because I know that they're staples in my diet and I know it's not going to go bad before I use it up. If your grocery store has a bulk bin section, you can also utilize this to help you save money because there's no extra packaging on the products. They're usually a little bit less expensive and you can buy them in larger quantities or in smaller quantities if you just want to try something out but don't want to commit to buying it yet. Finally, my last tip for success in grocery shopping on a vegan diet is to invest in spices. Dry spices and herbs add so much flavor and nutrition to your food, and it gives you the ability to transform a very basic food item in a wide variety of ways. For example, you can just eat plain, boring black beans for a week straight, or you can use your spice cabinet and make rosemary and garlic flavored black beans, or Cajun spiced beans, or chili. I try to buy organic spices whenever possible, as non-organic spices are often irradiated with heat and other chemicals which causes them to lose some of their nutritional value. Now that is it for my 5 main grocery shopping tips. However, I do have a few more tips or friendly reminders to help you guys if you are interested in reducing your waste. I always like to take my reusable grocery bags with me because I'm not creating waste by using extra plastic bags to carry my stuff. And not only do I like using reusable grocery bags to hold all of my groceries, but I also purchased some reusable produce bags. These bags are super lightweight and hold your produce just like normal plastic, but you can also keep them in this bag when they're in the fridge, and they're really not that expensive. I got mine on Amazon. I can link them in the description below. Another bonus thing is some stores will actually give you a discount if you bring your own reusable grocery bag, so you'll save even more money. Also, if you do have bulk bins at your store, like I mentioned earlier, you can reduce your waste even more by bringing in your own reusable jars. I like to use glass jars, and all you have to do for this is take your jar to a cashier before you fill it with anything, and they will write the tare weight or the weight of the actual jar on top of the jar. Then you can fill it with your item, and when you go to check out, they can subtract the weight from the jar from the item. So you're only paying for the stuff that's inside the jar, and you're not producing more waste by using their plastic bags or other packaging that would normally hold those products. And there you have it. With these easy to follow tips, grocery shopping for a plant-based diet should be a breeze. Remember, if you're just starting out on a plant-based diet or a vegan diet, it is totally okay to make a mistake when you first start out. We've all been there, we've all done that, we all still do that. The important thing is to remember that as you continue to grocery shop, you'll only gain more confidence and familiarity with your grocery store, and you're going to develop your own grocery shopping routines and habits in no time at all. If this is your first video on my channel that you're seeing and you like what you see here, feel free to hit that little subscribe button right down there. I post 2 new videos every single week, which includes grocery hauls, easy recipe videos, and vlogs or what I eat in a day videos. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, you know what to do. And other than that, thank you all so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, whatever time of day it is for you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!